We've all been there, right? That moment of hesitation, that little bit of fear that just holds you back. Well, today, we're going to dive into a timeless piece of poetry that offers a pretty powerful antidote. It's really a classic call to courage, and it's designed to speak directly to that potential we all have locked inside.
So, let's just jump right in with a question. The same one this poem throws down like a challenge. What are you afraid of? Seriously, that little pause, that feeling in your gut that keeps you from moving forward, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
You see, this one simple question, it frames an entire philosophy for living. It's not really about the fear itself, but about everything that's waiting on the other side of it, if we can just find the strength to push through. So let's break down how this poem builds such a powerful case.
Okay, so first things first, the poem knows exactly who it's talking to. It's a message for anyone who has ever been frozen by doubt. This is for the hesitant heart.
You know that feeling, right? When you're kind of looking around the room, waiting for someone else to go first, looking for permission or some kind of sign. The poem says that in those moments of, let's call it analysis paralysis, we don't just lose time, we actually start to lose a piece of who we are.
And here it is. This is the poem's powerful recurring answer. It's the core of the whole thing, really. And notice it's a two-part deal. First, you have to act. You get up, you get ready, and then, only after you've done your part, do you get to see what the universe or God has in store. Your action has to come first.
Now the message starts to get a little deeper. See, the poem isn't just about inspiration. It's also a warning. In this next part, we're going to see the very real price we pay for just staying still.
What I love about this is how it boils life down to a fundamental choice between two paths. It's so clear. On the left, you've got the path of fear, and it's all about what you lose. But on the right, you have the path of action, and it's all about what you create. It's this really stark contrast between a life of emptiness and a life of abundance.
So this makes it crystal clear. Doing nothing is not a neutral choice. It's an active decision, and it has some pretty devastating consequences. The poem is basically saying that waiting around gets you zero, and sleeping on your opportunities, that's a direct ticket to sorrow. It presents inaction as a surefire guarantee of regret down the line.
And this sense of consequence gets even more intense with the poem's next major theme, the simple and, let's be honest, often brutal reality that time just doesn't wait for anyone.
So the poem sees time as this string of opportunities. Each moment is a unique chance. And if you let one pass you by, it's not coming back. It's not some renewable resource. It's this finite collection of chances to actually do something. And every single chance you miss has a real cost.
And this line just nails the poem's core economic principle of life. Wasting time, basically giving it away for free, is the single worst investment you can ever make. The bill always comes due and it's paid with regret. That's a debt you just can't get away from. And so when you're faced with the fact that time is slipping away, the poem brings us right back to its central command. But now, it's not just a suggestion, it feels like an urgent necessity. The real question isn't just, what are you afraid of? But maybe, what in the world are you waiting for?
All right, building on that urgency, the poem introduces this kind of universal law that governs everything. You can think of it like the physics of personal growth. For every action, there is a clear, direct, and predictable result. This isn't about luck or just hoping for the best. It's pure cause and effect. The world in this view is like a field. What you get out of it is directly related to what you put into it. It's a foundational idea for what we'd probably call a growth mindset today.
This chart lays it out so clearly. It's a direct, almost mathematical relationship. If you seek, you will find. If you sow, you will reap. But look at that third line. That's the kicker. Being passive also has a direct result. You will weep. Inaction is an action, and its harvest is sorrow. Okay, and this brings us to the final, and maybe the most amazing message in the whole poem. After all the warnings and all the principles, it offers this incredible vision of what's possible when we truly commit to taking action.
The fact that life is short, that this world is, ultimately perishable, that's not supposed to be depressing. The poem totally flips that idea on its head. It's the ultimate motivator. If your time here is limited, why would you ever waste it hesitating? Why wouldn't you do the thing that's truly in your heart?
And here it is, the actual roadmap to transformation. You start by just accepting reality. Then you listen to your own conviction. You tap into that deep well of courage inside you, a concept the poem calls himmat. and you just let it flow. And the result? The thing that seemed impossible suddenly becomes possible.
That line, when courage is in full flow, then even stone turns to water, is such a powerful metaphor, isn't it? It means that with genuine, from-the-heart courage, the hardest, most solid obstacles in your life can actually become fluid and manageable. Your own conviction can literally change the nature of your reality.
And so, we end up right back where we started. But this line, it feels different now, doesn't it? It carries the weight of everything we've talked about. It's not just a question anymore. It's a challenge, it's a promise, and it's a whole philosophy for living a life of purpose, all packed into one single line.
The poem has made its case. The message has been delivered. The only thing left now is your answer. What happens next? Well, that's entirely up to you.